Welcome back to A Good Pour. This is Conversations About Good Work, and I'm Kathryn Good, founder of Good Circle Marketing. Today, I'm thrilled to have Jennifer Peyton with us. She is the owner, with her husband, of multiple businesses in the Sumner County community, including Fitness 1440, Crown and Iris, Covenant Building Services, and we have a new one that we're going to talk about today. Jennifer, just tell us a little bit about your businesses and your approach to good work in each of them.
So in 2011, we started Covenant, which is an industry that my husband had literally grown up in. I didn't know much about it. I knew that we had been, together. I had seen him working through the industry. And when we saw,
tell her what the industry is. Really
it's janitorial, so commercial janitorial. We don't do any residential. It's all commercial. And we had noticed that as the business that he was working for was essentially going bankrupt, that we needed to figure something out for our life. And we had the entrepreneurial spirit, didn't really know kind of what we were doing, but just went with it. We started our business with a $350 a month account. We did the cleaning. It was 1 day a week, and then we have grown it over the course of the 12 years now to a multi-million-dollar business. So taking that into consideration, we have an amazing team there. We knew back about 2019 that it was time for us to start getting into something else that we wanted to do, another passion of ours, which would have been the health industry, the fitness industry, and an opportunity presented itself for us to go into partnership with someone and open the gym out here in Gallatin. Since then, we have taken over full ownership of the Fitness 1440, and we have really made it what we wanted, which was a community place, a family place for people to be able to, have their kids see them work out, have their kids see them just moving around and being healthy, just to make that positive difference in their own life. And that was one of the reasons we want to make sure that we had childcare there, was so that kids could see their parents trying to make improvements in themselves. Once that got off the ground and I was driving home one day, I saw a sign for the Publix go up across from our neighborhood. And I knew that I had always gone into Nashville to go shopping. I love my stores in Nashville. I still do shop there. But I noticed, there was something here in Gallatin that we needed desperately, and it was a family store. It was a store where people could go get every gift that they needed. If they needed family picture apparel, they could go somewhere and get that. So that's kind of what started Crown and Iris, was the location, literally right across the street from our neighborhood, and in a brand new development, away from things. Yeah. And we took it, we ran with it.
But you also knew the need for it.
Yeah.
Well, awesome.
Yeah.
So you mentioned your employees. You have a great team with Covenant. You mentioned just the good work of families seeing, their parents working out, just the habit of going there. And then I know you do already have done, and the Crown and Iris opened when?
Crown and Iris opened in May.
So already you've had a couple different partnerships with charities.
We have.
And just you have an approach to all the product you carry. You're trying to just make sure you have something for everyone.
Yes.
And I know you personally, and I know that you just want to do good, but what is, in all of these businesses, what has good work meant to you? And just serving your community, what has that meant to you and Josh?
So kind of a little bit of a backstory. Growing up, I was involved. It was really pushed on me to, as I got older and into, being into high school and all of that, being out in the community and doing some service work and just trying to make a difference in people's lives. And I know, looking back, there were so many people that I definitely wouldn't be the person I am today without those people. And as I've gotten older, there's a couple of people that stay in my mind about, I want to make them proud. I want to do good for them. I want to be an asset to the community, whether that's a community service act or, just helping somebody, whatever it may be. So taking that as I've gotten older into our businesses, for instance, with Covenant, which Covenant is primarily based out of Nashville, and Murfreesboro and those areas.
And how much square footage do you clean per day?
We clean about 4 million square feet a day.
It's crazy.
It's a lot. It is a lot, but we do have an incredible team of almost 100 people there that are amazing, and we would not be able to do anything that we do now without them. But with Covenant being based out of Nashville, I've looked around and seen, what's needed in Nashville. What is one of the things, and our police, our fire, our military, those families are really near and dear to my heart. So with Covenant, we sponsor the Andrew Jackson Youth Camp every year. We are involved with that. We make sure that kids during the summer that may not have another place to go, they have somewhere to go safe. They have somewhere that they can be. So really digging in and seeing what may be different from what other people are doing was important for us with Covenant. Because some of our employees, their kids actually need camps and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be a force and be something positive with the kids in our community with that business. When we're doing good over at the gym, I want something that families can be involved in. So our biggest fundraiser that we do a year is the Angel Tree, because the kids love to go shopping for those kids. Yeah. And it's a good time for them to see that, we're not always just buying stuff for ourselves. We're buying stuff for other kids that may need it more than we do. Mm-hmm. So this year we've adopted 50 angels. And we've increased it every year. We went from 25 to 40, and now we're at 50. So I'm excited to see what all we can do there. And that's just one of the things there.
Sure.
But that is our biggest event that we do there. Thinking about Crown and Iris, obviously it's a little bit different because people are coming in to us to spend money. They are coming in, and I had to really think about how can we incorporate all of this together. I need people to come in and spend money. I need people to help keep our doors open, but how can we get them involved as they're coming in our doors? Like coming up, come in and go shopping, but bring some hygiene items for the Shalom Zone. Drop off some diapers for the Shalom Zone. Just little things like that gets people involved as they're walking in our door, or, just trying to think of different ways that we can be active.
Right.
So
we have Good Circle Marketing has been involved somewhat in all three of the businesses. Well, not so much Fitness 40.
Yeah.
But we've talked about, just talked about it. And so you came to us with an idea, and I love this because, as I work with entrepreneurs and people that are starting and developing businesses, the heart and passion behind it really shapes the good work that we can do in the future. And so you came and said, I have an idea, and we thought it was going to be a couple years down the road.
We all thought it was going to be a couple years down the road. Oh, gosh.
We formed a name so you could start dreaming and shopping. And all of a sudden, we're
opening doors in less than 3 months. I don't know what we're doing. Oh, gosh.
So you saw a need for what kind of business?
We did. So there is not a good store, and I hate to say it that way, but there's not a formal wear store out here in Gallatin or the Hendersonville area. And I know there used to be, and I know the store that was here before, everyone has talked so highly of her. And if I can just get half the feedback that this lady has gotten, then I'm excited for the future. But we needed a place. We needed a place where girls can go, where brides can go, where moms can go, where anyone can go and feel confident in themselves as they're, either on their biggest days or as they're dressing up. Not everyone is, not everyone likes to get dressed up.
Right.
It takes a lot for some people to put on a dress and put on some shoes and feel pretty and feel confident. And we needed a place out here that allows them to be themselves, that allows them to come in and find exactly what they're wanting and twirl around in.
It is, so the name is going to be
Twirls.
Yes. Which I just love because you have a history with twirling.
Yes.
You also have a history with working in the industry, the bridal and formal industry, as well as pageants. So it's just, it just comes from your heart and soul.
It does. It does. This has been a long time dream of mine since I was probably 13 or 14 years old. And then when I started working in the industry at the age of 15, this is what I knew my end goal would be. it's happening sooner than I anticipated, but the Lord knows what he's doing. He wouldn't have opened this door if it wasn't meant to be for us. And I know that he's going to help us grow, and he's going to make this something incredible.
It has felt ordained, truly.
I know.
I mean, just the timing of it, seeing you light up when you talk about it. I mean, even when I was, I think you know this, but when we were brainstorming names, and I was just going, that's not it. And then one night in the middle, just 10 minutes, I was sitting down thinking about it, and then went to try to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Woke up and I was like, twirls.
Yes.
And then I emailed it to you, like even before I had gone to sleep. I emailed it to you, and you emailed me back immediately and said, "What you don't know is I twirled my entire life." And I still get chills because I just knew.
It's just like everything was just meant to be with
exactly.
And I mean, it's truly, it's an answered prayer. It's something that I know my mom and I have all looked forward to. We've talked about it forever. I've told Josh ever since, the beginning of time, that this is where we were going to be. And he's been 100% on board. He has been just there building things and working on things and taking my dreams and making them a reality. And it's going to be good. It's going to be so good.
So one of the reasons I wanted you to talk about twirls on this podcast is because, we often talk about good work that can be done by treating our employees well, by giving back to the community. You really, you will do all kinds of good work through this business, but one of the primary ways that we've talked about is just making brides and, people searching for a homecoming or prom dress feel good. Just giving them that confidence, giving something in every budget, just being able to walk in and know that you're going to take care of them. So talk a little bit about just the good work that can come from making someone feel good in your store.
So one of the biggest things, and I have done this with our other businesses as well, I want to make sure that we are here for those in our community, for those that need us. I want to make sure that we are not pricing ourselves out of the area, that we are exactly what our girls need for us with this business. Whether that is a $200 prom dress, all the way up to those, $1,000, $1,500 dresses that girls still like to wear. And I'm all for it. But we are going to be somewhere for girls with all budgets and all price range or sizes. We will be size inclusive. We've got exclusivity with one of our plus size brands. It is going to be an amazing store, especially for our high school girls at such a pivotal point in their life when they need to be able to feel confident and they need to feel like they can go somewhere and they can be included in one of the biggest days of their high school life. And that's what was one of the things that was so important to me, is to make sure that we've got something for those girls. And eventually I would love to be able to, once we get off the ground and running and making our mission have some kind of community event where we can, help those that can't afford even the $200 dress. Let's get these girls. Everyone deserves a chance to feel beautiful and feel confident and feel like they belong. Yeah. And that is going to be my end goal with both, not only, our prom girls, but our brides too. We're going to have something for all of our brides. Right. Everyone that steps in the door is going to feel like they are going to have something that is theirs.
Yeah. So it's a joy to work on this business. I've worked on many startup businesses, and businesses start for very different reasons. Some of them are from need, some of them are from talent, some of them, honestly, are, when I sit down with a business and, what do you want from this business? And the answer is, well, I want to make money. It's still a reason. I tend to,
we have to provide diapers somehow.
Well, that's true.
But it is bigger. There's a bigger picture to everything.
Yeah, there is. And it's just the passion and the, we're working on your core values right now and what you want this foundation to be. I really believe that core values shape marketing from the foundation. They shape how we treat our employees. They give us something to hire and fire and make decisions on as we grow. And they're just really the foundation of marketing in so many ways. And so it's just a joy to work with you because they just, even from this conversation, I could already tell you some core values. So thank you for entering business with a passion is
Yeah.
is what I would say for you. You just in all of your businesses, but
we have to have a driving force.
Yeah.
And money isn't it.
Yeah.
And some people may believe that at their core that's why we do what we do, but it's not. I can assure you of that. But it is about being a positive part of our community. And when we moved here from Nashville to Gallatin 4 years ago, I had no idea what we were getting into. And I can tell you that being here, being involved, being out in the community it's a God thing for us to be here. It's incredible.
Yeah. So Twirls is going to be at the Streets of Indian Lake.
Is,
we are going to open in January.
We are our construction team, Sweet Dennis. He is killing it over there. And we are going to have dresses start shipping in November, and we will be opening our doors in January, Lord willing.
I'm just so excited. We're working on all kinds of names
Yes.
for the little unique things that you have in there, which we won't talk about now. We'll wait for a later date. But just, I love your intentionality to business, to every part of what that store is. Crown and Iris as well. I mean, you've made sure, that store it's already one of the biggest boutiques I've ever been in, and you already feel like you're outgrowing it.
We are. I could use probably another 2,000 square feet at least.
But that is because you've wanted something for everyone.
We did, and we wanted to make sure that we had it, and the community has been so amazing and supportive that we've had to do so many restocks and reorders, and we're able to bring things in that are that's new brands and all of that, and it's because of the support we've received already, and it's because of that support is why we're outgrowing where we're already at, which is insane.
I love it.
I know.
It's so fun to watch. This is our first Christmas too. With Crown
It
and
is
Iris.
our first Christmas in the store.
In the store, yes.
In the store.
That's a whole nother journey.
Yes, and it is going to be a full-on winter wonderland in 2 weeks. I'm excited.
I'm excited too. So you have 3 children, a husband, you have a live-in parent.
I do.
You have almost 4 businesses now. I mean, technically, yes, you already have 4 businesses, even if one of them's not open. I often ask you how you sleep, and you ask me right back how I sleep.
And you forgot my favorite new project, which is the Miss Nashville.
Oh, that's
Miss
right.
Nashville volunteer.
You have that.
That's
And
this
you
weekend.
just have been named class of leadership.
Oh, and the Gallatin
leadership.
leadership. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
What? How do you prioritize? And I mean, you don't sleep. I think. I mean,
I do sleep.
just not much or something. I don't know.
But we it has taken a lot to get to the point that we're at, and for me to realize that I don't have to do everything alone. I tried for so long to do things on my own and not ask for help. And as I've gotten older or wiser, or as things have crashed and burned, or however you want to take it, I have realized that it's okay to rely on people, and it's okay to rely on those that want to help, and it's okay to ask for help. And I didn't realize that until 2 years ago. And at that point is when I started being like, it's okay for me to reach out to someone to help me with marketing. It's okay for me to try to delegate. Now, my sister-in-law, she'll tell you something different, because she is my right-hand woman. She helps me do everything. And she'll tell you that it's still like pulling teeth for me to give her stuff. But you've
come a long way.
I've come a long way, and that is probably one of the biggest lessons that I've learned, that have helped me be able to be more present with my family. I do still work all the time, and my kids do still say, "Mom, put your phone down." I'm like, but I have to work. So it is a hard line sometimes to figure that out. But having a really good team that I can rely on is the key.
Yeah, learning to ask for help is
Yep.
I mean, it helps us stay more present, but it also allows us to get more work done, because we can stay in our lane.
Yep.
We can do only what we can do.
And it took a long time to learn that.
Me too.
But also just doing things to get them done.
Yeah,
I spent just do it.
Way too much time last night building out a HubSpot landing page, and I have a person to do that. And this morning I was like, why did I do that?
And I do that all the time, but
I have my team member is much better than I am, and I am sitting here spending way too much time doing it. I'm there with you.
A lot of the thing is it's in my head, and we've talked about this before. It's in my head, and it's just easier for me to just do it and get it done than to sit here and say, hey, can you do this and send this and do this, when I could have done it in half the time. But that's also half the time I could have been doing something else.
Right.
So it's hard getting it out of your head.
Yeah. Okay, so Covenant is janitorial services, mostly downtown, but if you're in need of commercial janitorial services.
We would love to expand into Gallatin. Okay. We have actually been cleaning, we've cleaned the Gap Distribution Center since 2012.
Okay.
So we have
some properties
here.
Okay.
And Kevin and the team, everybody over there is amazing, and we love them. But we would love to expand to Gallatin and the commercial aspect, carpet cleaning, emergency services, anything like that we could do, contract cleaning, just no residential.
And then Crown and Iris is beside the new Publix on Long Hollow.
Yes.
So please shop there for some Christmas gifts.
Lots of fun Christmas coming out. Still have some Thanksgiving stuff, of course, but lots and lots of holiday decor, apparel, gifts, everything.
Fitness 1440 is always accepting new people that want to concentrate on fitness.
We are. We will gladly take everyone that we can there. We've got obviously, we have those peak times, and we've got that, but we love to see families in there. We love to see people that are trying to better themselves.
Yeah. And then Twirls, your passion project is what I like to see it as. Is coming in January at the Streets of Indian Lake. Beautiful space, just pretty much ready for you. Excited to see that come to life.
It was meant to be.
Yeah. So we will in the podcast post all the links to all of these social things. Any other way that they would like to get in touch with you? They can find you on social as well.
I think social's probably. It seems, at least in today's time, that social is one of the best ways of communication. I try to stay on top of all the messages, and I've got a good team over the gym that helps me with that, and then Crown and Iris, we take care of that, and same for Twirls.
Yeah, well, great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's truly an honor.
Well, I just appreciate everything you do. You've only been here in the community for 4 years, but have made a huge impact already.
Thank you.
You shine light that I know doesn't just come from, I know where it comes from.
Yeah. It truly does come from a good place.
Yeah. Well, thank you for being here.
Thank you. Love you.
Love you.